Sattaviññāṇaṭṭhiti Sattima bhikkhave viññāṇaṭṭhitiyo katama satta Santi bhikkhave satta nānatta-kāya nānatta-saññino Seyyatapi manussa ekaccecha deva ekaccecha vinipātika ayam patama viññāṇaṭṭhiti. What is the meaning there? Buddha mentioned there are seven kinds of the beings that are different in body, seven kinds of station of the mind, right? Viññāṇaṭṭhiti means seven kinds of stations. That means seven kinds of the station to mind stay. So katama satta, what these seven kinds of stations of the mind? Santi bhikkhave satta, monk, there are beings. Santi bhikkhave satta, there are beings. Nānatta-kāya. Nānatta-kāya means different in body. And nānatta-saññino, nana means different in perception, right? Different in body as well as different in perception. Seyyatapi manusa, namely manusa means all the humans, and ekaccecha deva, some celestial being. That means some sensual deva plane. Sensual, six kind of sensual deva plane you have. Yeah, that means the first deva plane is that is the Chatumaharajika. Right? Chatumaharajika means four cardinal points. The deva in the four cardinal points in the Yugandhara mountain, top of the Yugandhara mountain. Okay, now in there you have the first deva world, and then the top of the scenario you have again one deva world, that is the Tavatimsa. Like that you have six kind of deva world belongs to the sensual plane. So sensual plane deva are different in body, different in perception. The different in body mean different body. For example, color wise or size wise or height wise, the humans are different. So the body is different in humans as well as the deva also, the sensual plane deva. And what is this perception? Perception with regards to what is the perception sanya? That is according to the Patisandhi sanya, right? Patisandhi sanya, your birth linking mind movement. It related to your birth linking mind movement. So that it means your birth linking mind movement. Sometimes tihetuka, three-rooted. Sometimes dvihetuka, double-rooted. And sometimes ahetuka. Ahetuka means no-rooted, non-rooted. So three-rooted, double-rooted, and non-rooted. According to this kind of states, that is the nanatta sanya. So three kinds of sanya. So therefore, nanatta sanya and nanatta kaya. You have in the human plane, you have nanatta kaya. That means different in body, different in perception. Nanatta sanya, sanyino. Okay, so that is the ayam patama viññāṇaṭṭhiti. That is the first viññāṇaṭṭhiti. That is the first kind of station of the consciousness, right? And then the second station of the consciousness, Buddha is going to gonna explain in this way. Santi bhikkhave satta nānatta kāya ekatta saññino. Now there are monk satta santi, there are beings nānatta kāya, different in body, right? Different in body, but ekatta saññino, the identical in the perception, right? Perception is identical, but the body is different. So who are they? Okay, if you want to know that what is the Vinipatika in the first explanation of the Buddha, what is the Vinipatika? Vinipatika mean actually they are the lower world, right? Lower world. Some Vinipatika mean they actually in this Vinipatika, some Vinipatika is like They in the 15 days they experience celestial or divine states, and the other 15 days or 14 days, right? 14 days they experience divine thing, and the other 15 days they experience a very inferior thing, like in the for waffle states conditions, right? Waffle states conditions. So therefore it is what's called Vinipatika, right? Vinipatika. So if you actually we can go there in the Takata, it says Uttaramata Ogre, right? Uttaramata Ogre, and Piyankara Mata, right? Piyankara Mata, Pussamita, Dhamma Gutta, like Vinipatika, right? Pussamita, Dhamma Gutta, like Vinipatika. Sammati Hetuka, right? Sammati Hetuka means this Uttara Mata, Piyankara Mata, like they attain Sotapan by hearing the Buddha's Dhamma. Okay, and Seyatapi Deva. Okay, let's move to now our second Vijnana Titi, the station of the mind. Seyatapi, namely that means Nanatakaya, the different body, and the identical perception, Ekatta Sanyino. Seyatapi Deva Brahmakaika, Patamabhinibbata. Oh, what are they? Brahmakaika Deva, namely those are the Brahma, the fine material world, Patamabhinibbata, the first jhana. They reborn there with the first jhana. Aṅguttara Viññāṇaṭṭhiti. Then why they are in the first jhana? You know, in the first jhana you have three kinds of planes. The first plane, all planes are in the same, all three kinds of world, right? Three kinds of Brahma world in the first jhana plane. The same plane they are, but the planes are same, but you have margin limitations, right? For example, in the Brahma Parisajya means these are the servants of the Brahmas, and the Brahma Purohita, those are the advisors of the Brahma, and the Mahabrahma means those are the king of the Brahma. So in this way, three planes you have, three planes, and those three planes you have Nanatakaya. Nanatakaya mean why they have different in body. Different in body mean they are actually their size different and the color difference, right? But the Ekatta Sanyino, but the now they reborn as a first jhana. First jhana you having what you having? First jhana actually sanya, first jhana sanya, therefore, right? First jhana sanya only. So sanya wise they are that means they are patisandhi, right? Patisandhi, first jhana is the cause for the patisandhi. So therefore the sanya wise they are identical, but body wise they are different. So that's the meaning. And the other thing, for waffle states beings also different in size and the color, but they only have one perception, that is ahetuka. What is their patisandhi or the birth linking mind movement is ahetuka santirana, right? Santirana is the these four waffle states being, those are the ghost and the demon, or we can say Peta, Asura, ghost and demon, and the other one is the animal and the hell being. So those Patisandhi state are the same. So that is the Ahetuka Santirana, rootless investigation mind movement, right? Rootless investigation mind movement. That is their Patisandhi. So Sanya wise one identical, but sanya wise identical, but now here different size body. Okay, now let's move to this is the Dutya Viññāṇaṭṭhiti. Then the the other one is Santi Bhikkave Satta Ekatta Kaya Nanatta Sanyino. Now Ekatta Kaya, identical in body, Nanatta Sanyino, the beings you have, they are Ekatta-kaya, the beings identical in the body but different in perception. And the Sayyatapi, namely Deva Abhasara, Deva Abhasara Brahma world beings, right? Because such as Deva of the what is called Abhasara, mean why it called Abhasara? Streaming radiance, right? They are streaming radiance, therefore Abhasara, right? Abhasara mean that's the meaning, streaming radiance. So this Abhasara Deva, this Abhasara Deva, all from all of this Brahma body emits radiant light that breaks and falls from the body, like, right? That breaks and fall from the body. This Brahma's body emits radiant that breaks and that emit, and so the break and fall from the body, like a same body features. So therefore identical in body, different in perception. Why? Here they are reborn in you. If you produce the fourfold jhana, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, they are reborn by the second jhana, right? Second jhana plane. But in the fivefold jhana also you can produce. If you reproduce fourfold jhana, fourfold jhana mean, in according to the Sutta method, fourfold jhana. And according to the Abhidhamma method, what are the first jhana factor? First jhana, you have vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata, the first jhana factors. And in the second jhana, you just, in the fivefold method, you just fall only your vitakka. So in the second jhana, in the fivefold method, only you have vitakka, only you dispel vitakka only. So therefore so now two sanya mean somebody attain vitakka vichara, both vitakka vichara removing, and then somebody attain to this plane vitakka removing only. So therefore two kinds of sanya. Okay, so those are the Abhasara Deva. And then again, Subhakinna, other one is Santi Bhikkhave Satta Ekatta Kaya Ekatta Sanyino. And now the plane, you have another being set of another beings, station of the mind here. Ekatta Kaya, identical in body. Ekatta Sanyino, identical in the perception. Sayyatapi, namely Subhakinna Deva Subhakinna. Subhakinna mean, why Subhakinna? Because they are the Deva of entirely lustrous, right? That's the meaning, shining very brightly. So therefore it is what you call Subhakinna. What is they reborn in the fivefold jhana, fivefold method, right? Fivefold method, fourth jhana. So sanya also same and the body also same. That's the meaning. Another thing, Vehapala, right? Vehapala beings also same. One sanya and one identical, the body wise identical and the perception wise identical. So therefore, that is the Subhakinna Deva, right? And the Subhakinna as well as Vehapala, right? And Santi Bhikkhave Satta Sabbaso Rupa Sanyanang Samatikama Patiga Sanyanang Athangama Nanata Sanyanang Amanesakara Ananto Akasoti Akasananchayatana Upaga Akasananchayatana Upaga Ayang Panchama Viññāṇaṭṭhiti. So when you attain to the Akasananchayatana Jhana, Akasananchayatana Jhana, you have what sanya? So therefore, that means they have therefore according to not sanya or something, not according to the body, right? Not according to the body, because they don't have any body mean they don't have any materiality there. So therefore, they have only mentality, right? Mentality, that is the akasananchayatana upaka. Akasananchayatana upaka, then including to the akasananchayatana plane, right? And then santibhikkhave, those, that is the fifth station of the mind. And santibhikkhave satta sabbaso akasananchayatana samatika anantang vinyananti vinyananchayatana upaka. Ayam Sattaviññāṇaṭṭhiti. The other one is the sixth Viññāṇaṭṭhiti, or the station of the mind, is the Viññāṇañchayatana upaga, including to the Viññāṇañchayatana, the base of boundless consciousness state. So the other one is Santi Bhikkhave Satta Sabbaso Viññāṇañchayatana Samatikama Natti Kinchiti Akinchanyayatana upaga. Ayam Sattama Viññāṇaṭṭhiti. So the other one, seventh one, is the Akinchanyayatana, including Akinchanyayatana beings including the Akinchanyayatana belongs, or being belongs. Upaga means belongs, right? The beings belongs to the base of nothingness, right? Imako bhikkhave Sattaviññāṇaṭṭhitiyoti. Those are the monk 7 kinds of station of the consciousness. So then that is the in this way Buddha mentioned 7 kinds of consciousness, stations of the consciousness in this sutta. So now here, including these 7, and you have another 2 kinds. Another 2 kinds mean, now here we this is the Viññāṇaṭṭhiti, the stations of the mind. But Navasattavasa mean 9 kinds of abodes of the beings. Abodes of the being mean, for example, now here it doesn't mention by the Buddha the beings in the Asanya Satta. That means non-percipient in the Asanya Satta. That means Vehapala Brahma plane. You have Vehapala being as well as the 4th jhana plane, right? 4th jhana plane, you have Vehapala beings as well as Asanya Satta. Asanya Satta means they only have body, they don't have any mentality. So therefore, they are what is called non-percipient. So Asanya Satta. So these Asanya Satta included by the Buddha in the Nava Sattavas, 9 kinds of abodes of the beings. So the other one is, so they are also then Satta. Anyway, beings are there, right? Beings are there. But here in this 7th kind of stations of the mind, you can see Neva Sanya Na Sanya, right? Neva Sanya Na Sanya mean, why Buddha doesn't mention? Because in the Neva Sanya Na Sanya mean, what is the meaning? The base of neither perception nor non-perception. So therefore it is not the Viññāṇaṭṭhiti, therefore, right? Therefore Buddha doesn't take the Neva Sanya Na Sanya for the Viññāṇaṭṭhiti, the stations of the mind, in the case of Neva Sanya Na Sanyayatana jhana. But in the 9 abodes, there also abode you have, right? There also abode you have. That means that is the beings belongs to the base of the neither perception nor non-perception. So now, so therefore, including the Asanya Satta being and the Nevasanya Nasanyayatana beings, you have if you add this 7, and then you have 9 abodes, right? Okay, now let's move to our slide. Okay, now here you can see the first 9 abodes of the being. Now again same explanation, like there are beings that are different in body and different in perception. So that is the first jhana. Sorry, that is the first abode. So this is according to the perception, according to the Patisanthi Sanya. That means 3-rooted, double-rooted, and non-rooted. The perception. Body-wise, that is the size, shape, and the color. And example, humans, some deva. Some deva means 6 sensual world deva, right? And some lower worlds, example, some Vinipatika beings. So Uttaramata, Ogre, and the Piyankramata and Pussamita, Dhammagutta, like those are Tihetuka, Duhetuka, and Ahetuka also, right? Tihetuka mean, three-rooted, double-rooted, Dvihetuka, in the Ahetuka mean non-rooted. And the other one, the second one, there are beings that are different in body, identical in perception. That means Nanatthakaya Ekatta Sanya, right? Ekatta Sanyino. That means Brahma in the first jhana plane, right? Brahma in the first jhana plane, that we just discussed those things. And the other thing, third one, right? Third one, let's move to third one. Third one, there are beings, here identical in body and different in perception. Identical in body, different in perception. That means Deva in the streaming radiance, Abhasara, right? Abhasara Deva. Okay. And then fourth one, there are beings that are identical in body, identical in perception. That means Subhakinnaka Deva, the entirely lustrous, or they emitting what called the shining, bright shining. Okay, now let's move to the another slide. Fifth one, beings that are non-percipient, right? Non-percipient, without feeling, no mind, right? No mind. So therefore, without feeling, when that is what is called asanya satta, non-percipient, without feeling. And then the other one, sixth, the beings belong to the base of boundless space. So that means akasananchayatana. And then vinyananchayatana beings belong to the base of boundless consciousness, vinyananchayatana. And then the beings belongs to the base of nothingness, akinchanyayatana. And the beings belongs to the base of neither perception nor non-perception. So that's the explanation according to the Buddha's teaching, that 9 abodes also, Navasattavasa, right? Navasattavasa, we can't go there at right now. Okay, so those are the so in this way, Buddha in all ways, Buddha experience, Buddha known, Buddha has penetratively understood the Sankhara Loka, right? Sankhara Loka, the worlds of the formations. Okay, for example, different body, different in perception. That means, for example, simply you can say human, right? Human beings, in America, in USA, people and Sri Lankan people are different, right? Bodily wise, color wise, and the height and the size wise different. What is the perception wise different? Sometimes you may have, I know you are Trihetuka, Trihetuka, that means three rooted, you are. Because of that reason, no, you attain jhana, so therefore you are Tihetuka. But to somebody are Duhetuka, double rooted. And Tihetuka mean you reborn in the case of alobha, adosa, amoha, having your mindset, having alobha mean, that is the non-greed, and adosa, non-hatred, as well as non-ignorance. So therefore, your Patisanti mind movement, you have alobha, adosa, amoha, that is the three rooted. And somebody having not having amoha, right? Amoha mean the wisdom. They don't have any wisdom and the vijja or something like that. And they having only alobha, adosa. So therefore, they are dwi-rooted. Or we can say that is the dvihetuka, that is the double-rooted. And somebody having not this hetu mean 6 kind of hetu, the lobha, dosa, moha, alobha, adosa, amoha. So how many? 6 kind of. In the case of Patisandhi movement in the four waffle states, they are ahetuka. Ahetuka mean they don't have any of 6. So therefore ahetuka. So you have tihetuka, duhetuka, ahetuka in patisandhi wise. Patisandhi wise, you have three sanya, right? So how therefore nanatta sanya, different in perception. So basically human beings and six deva plane also. For example, sensual planes, they were also the same like that. And in the case of some Vinipatika also, right? Some Vinipatika mean I told Vinipatika mean they some Vinipatika they experience divine condition for 14 days and powerful states 14 days, like that. Vinipatika. Those are like that. Body wise different and the sanya wise different. That means patisandhi, right? Patisandhi wise they are different. And then another thing, here it says, here you can see this chart also. And the second one, different body but identical perception, same perception, different body. So the first jhana plane, beings in the first jhana plane, first jhana sanya only, their conception or the patisandhi, birth linking mind movement is first jhana sanya. Okay, so the sanya is same and the body wise they are different. Okay, so then the first jhana plane person, and then the other third one, identical in body, identical in perception, sorry, different in perception. So for example, identical in body mean in the case of Abhasara Deva, Abhasara mean the second jhana plane, right? Second jhana plane. But this second jhana plane, in the case of if you drop vitakka vichara at the same time and you enter into the second jhana, you have with piti sukha ekaggata in the second jhana. But in the case of fivefold jhana categorization, right? So, for example, it is the third jhana. Third jhana means the first you dispel your vitakka, and then the second jhana enter into the second jhana. You have accept vitakka, other all four factors, and the second jhana, so vichara piti sukha ekaggata. And then third jhana, you don't have vichara also. So you have in the third jhana, so therefore piti sukha ekaggata. But now here their sanya, now it is the third jhana. But in the case of if you dispel both vitakka vichara at the same time, that is the second jhana. So second jhana and third jhana sanya. The sanya mean here patisandhi, right? But they are patisandhi, they are they get their reborn opapathic, right? Opapathic, spontaneous. So now so therefore in the third plane also different, identical in the body wise they are same, but the patisandhi different patisandhi. And in the fourth case, identical, both are identical, perception and body are identical. That is the subhakinna Brahma. They are very shining very bright. That means entirely lustrous. Lustrous. And the other one is so those are the case, no? Those are the four different. That means ekattakaya, nanattakaya, nanatta sanya, and then nanatta kaya, ekatta sanya, and then ekatta sanya, nanatta kaya. The other one is ekatta sanya, ekatta kaya. So in this is the explanation. Brahma, all Brahma planes are tihetuka, right? All Brahma planes are tihetuka mean they need jhana. Jhana mean all jhana having alobha, adosa, amoha as their mental factor. So all jhana planes are tihetuka. So therefore, in the case of the first categorization, right? In the first category, you have both body and the perception are different. Different. This is the tihetuka, dvihetuka, and ahetuka. All right. But in the case of Brahma plane, you don't have dvihetuka and ahetuka, or only tihetuka, right? Tihetuka. But now, sometimes you reborn in the first jhana plane, so then your perception is same. Your tihetuka, but same perception, right? And sometimes you reborn like in the case of Abhasara, right? Abhasara, they were second Brahma plane. So sometimes if you produce fourfold jhana, then the second jhana. If you produce fivefold jhana, then the third jhana. So, but the tihetuka, both are tihetuka, but jhana sense-wise or jhana perception is different, right? Actually, try to understand this thing. Initially, what is the tihetuka? Tihetuka mean alobha, adosa, amoha. If your mind, patisandhi mindset is having alobha, adosa, amoha, those are the three rooted. And then what is the dvihetuka? Only you have in the patisandhi, right? In the patisandhi, you have alobha, adosa. You don't have amoha. Okay? But when you reborn, or when your birth occur, and then when you get a childhood and then adolescent and the young, and then you come into this age, your wisdom faculty can grow in your mind, but only patisandhi mind movement different, right? Wisdom faculty can go, but not towards the nibbana, but some extent, like upachara concentration, like you can develop if you are dvihetuka, right? Dvihetuka mean if you are patisandhi wise, you are dvihetuka, but you have in this very life, you can develop your panya or the wisdom faculty. In the case of ahetuka, you don't have any kind of hetu. Alobha dosa moha, you don't have. And lobha dosa moha also, you don't have in the patisandhi only. But when you grow mean as a ahetuka, most probably they are in the woeful states. And most probably mean, in the abundantly they are reborn in there, right? But to this ahetuka mean, then you don't have any root, but in the patisandhi only. But when you grow, you develop your lobha, you develop your dosa, you develop your moha. Right? Only this is only to the patisandhi. I'm talking about patisandhi here. Initially also I told this is the patisandhi. I will explain what is santirana or santirana mind in the akusala side. Right? This is their patisandhi mind movement. Santirana. They are having santirana mind and sabbachitta sadharana chetasika. That means, passa vedana sanya chetana ekaggata jivitindriya manasikara. And again, it has vitakka vichara adhimukha only. Sorry, vitakka vichara adhimukha. Yeah, sometimes adhimukha, sometimes if it is in the case of akusala ahetuka akusala side, vitakka vichara adhimukha, then how many mental factors? 7 and 3. How many? 10 mental factor only. There is no any root case here. No alobha dosa moha, no lobha dosa moha. Then let's stop today. And we collected the kusala thing here, and we want to share now with the all beings. Okay. Idame punyang asavakhaya hotu. Idammi punyang nibbanassa paccayo hotu. Mama punyang bhagang sabbe sattanang bhajini. Te sabbe me samam punyang bhagang bhavantu. Buddha sasanang chiram tithatu. Buddha sasanang chiram tithatu. Buddha sasanang chiram tithatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.